to come in. Let me know that you can hear and see me okay. Hello, everybody. All right, I'll just wait for some people to come in. It's going to be awesome to have this conversation with you. Let me know where you're from, how you're doing. All right, we've got some people coming in now. Hello and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Maybe I should have brushed my hair a little bit more. I've got that kind of hair that I don't kind of really have to. I'm pretty lucky. It's a lot easier, that's for sure. So, hello. Hi, Nia. Beautiful to see you here from Canada. Hello. Let me know from where you are in the world, how you doing. Hi, She Rebelled. All right. So, we are going to talk today, beautiful people, about taking your life back. So, you're from Scotland. I bet it's nice and cool, probably quite cold over there. Truth Seeker, always lovely to see you. Hi, Faye and Faye, our trusty Faye. It's unbelievable, Faye. You are always on my lives. I love it. Thank you for being such a dedicated, amazing thriver. All right, Allow for Now. What a great name from New Jersey. Hello, beautiful to see you guys. Well, today I want to talk to you about, can you take your life back after narcissistic abuse? Yeah, Faye, you're coming in to thrive again. That's awesome. It's always beautiful having you there. You're an amazing participant, and it's beautiful seeing you blossom and grow the way you have been. All right. Hi, I have a friend who was a narc. I'm in the rage from her discard phase, and she's now trying to suck my friend in. I'm worried that my friend will become a flying monkey. Yeah, and this is what narcissists do. They really do. And we can talk a little bit about that stuff today, because narcissists really do try to compromise your life force and your life after narcissistic abuse. It's just a big thing that they do. All right, so we know that when we've gone through narcissistic abuse, it really is like being hit by a truck. It's the most crazy experience that is just mind-defying, because so many people who have been narcissistically abused are really strong, capable, resourceful people, because narcissists like those type of people because there's a lot that they can mine and exploit from them. But it really shocks us when you feel like your soul has been sucked out. You feel like you've got this horrible psychic virus that's taken hold inside of you. I call it like a black, sticky, thick ink, and it feels like it's permeated your inner being. You feel literally like you've been poisoned. And you feel like you have shards of glass flowing through your veins. And you really do feel like, it feels like a soul rape. And people report this, whether it is a spouse, whether it is a spiritual practitioner or a friend, a lover, a family member, even your own child. It feels weird and it's not logical. And people around you really struggle to be able to understand what has actually happened to you if they've never experienced it, because words really don't define it, because it is a spiritual soul experience. It's literally a spiritual abuse at a soul level. Okay? And you will have realized that in your life, in the past, You might have had some terrible things happen, even really tragic. And you were able to be brave and resourceful and get up and get on with it. But this time it feels different. Do you guys relate to this, what I'm saying? Wherever you are on the spectrum, maybe you're coming out of that. Maybe you're thriving from that. Maybe you feel like you're really stuck in that at the moment. And it's not just about you and the narcissist, because the narcissist seems to infiltrate and violate everything around you as well. And as Kay Cole is saying, I ended up with nothing and nobody. They go for your resources, your money, your property, your children, the people in your life that are important to you. They might make contact with your business, where you're working. So people are really shocked when it happens, because we can't even begin to comprehend how somebody would be so hell-bent on destroying your life, quote unquote. But yet it seems to be exactly what virtually every narcissist will do to varying degrees. So we really go through a breakdown of our life as we knew it. The love that we thought we had, the friendship we thought we had, the family member that we thought we should have, the lifestyle we thought we were going to have, the friends, the church, the community, the colleagues. It's like everything is fair game for a narcissist to infiltrate and destroy. The personal violations, Peter, you're saying, are horrible. They are. They're horrible. And what I find, and it was with my own experience and with so many, I've worked with hundreds of thousands of people over the last 15 years. It's like you get a sucker punch from what a narcissist will do to your life, and you'll stand up and you think, oh my God, I can just get through that. And then you get another one and you hit the ground again, and you get up and you get another one and you hit the ground again. And you just feel like, when is this going to stop? How am I going to get through this? It's a little like childbirth, ladies, you know, when you're like deep in the agony of childbirth and you think it can't get any worse, and then it gets worse, and you're like, it can't get any worse, and it gets worse. And I promise you, you can get through the birth canal of this to get out to the other side of the labor pains that you are going through with narcissistic abuse. It actually is a death rebirth. It's nothing less than a death rebirth. It's a death of the old order of your life, with the potential to go into the rebirth of a true self, true life. It is death rebirth. It's so huge. And it does get worse before it gets better. But Peter, the thing is, and everybody, where it's getting worse is when we're hanging on in the breakdown, trying to stop the breakdown. And you could imagine if you're going down this shocking river that's just crazy, and you're trying to hang on to the rocks rather than just letting go and going with it and knowing how to navigate it, so that you can eventually, pretty fast actually, which people don't know until they know how to navigate it, you're going to get to the bottom of the rapids into a lagoon. And you will when you know how to. So, but our human side is like, we try to fight back. We try to stop what they're doing. We try to convince people that they're being groomed as flying monkeys and minions. We try to prove to everybody what the narcissist is and what they're trying to do. And we try to hit them head on, and we are out of our depth. Because a narcissist is like Muhammad Ali. They are really, really, really comfortable in the ring in a disgusting, well, more like Mike Tyson, actually. They are so comfortable being in the ring, slaughtering you. And they want you to step into the ring. Because when you're in the ring, you don't have the character and the soul to fight dirty and viciously. And here's the thing with a narcissist, they love that, because if you try to fight back, they'll just up the ante. They don't care. And they are so capable of lying, falsifying documents, using the most disgusting, amoral, ridiculous, criminal acts against you to beat you. Now, because you're a decent human being, you wouldn't be on my stuff unless you actually have a conscience. Because you are a decent human being who would like to work with the power of truth and justice and wholesomeness and solid inner aligned power, which I promise you is more powerful than anything. You just have to know how to do it. You're not going to lower yourself to fight at that level. And if you do slip, and you do, which some of us have done, let's just admit it, in moments of total despair and degradation and horrific abuse, we've stooped. If you stoop, because this isn't who you really are, and the narcissist catches onto it, that you've used a manipulation or a lie or something, they will pick it up, ram it down your throat, and get everybody turned against you in a heartbeat. So it's not the way to go. It's not the way to go. Somebody was just saying, I wish I could get rid of the CPTSD. 100% you can, faster than you think. Okay, now before I go any further, first of all, I want you to share this live with people who you know it can help. And we all know people stuck in this. Okay, so help get it out there. Sadly, in a lot of abuse communities, people have got no idea how to fight this on the spiritual warfield, on the battlefield where the battle is actually really going on. Because if you step into just the 3D, physical, logical battlefield with a narcissist, you are going to get slaughtered. And we do. You're up against Conan the Barbarian, and you don't even have a kitchen knife, let alone the machetes and what this person has got against you. Okay, so we've got to give that up, trying to do what we think would be logical. And you guys know you've tried. I know you've tried, because we all tried. You've tried to fight back in the normal human way, and it just ends up worse. Am I right? Am I right? Oh, there is more than hope. Abatala, there is more than hope. More than hope. In fact, you have the ability to take back your life and your life force in ways where the narcissist has no hope against you. But you have to know how to do this. Okay? Now let's get really straight about this. Narcissists are a no self. What does that mean? There's no functional inner being in there. There's a construct, which is the ego, the false self, which actually has no power of its own. Now listen up, because this is everything. Everything. So what we have is like in Harry Potter, we have a Dementor. I don't know if you guys remember that as a metaphor, but what did the Dementors do? The Dementors suck people's life force only if that person is scared and in fear and wounded. And I'm talking emotional wounds. A narcissist can only get to you, derail you, suck you in, use your emotions against you when you're still in fear, pain, in fact, any negative emotion, meaning that they can emotionally derail you. Now, of course, this is very human. We're human. And they're agonizing on an emotional level. And what do they trigger? They trigger things like heartbreak. How could somebody who's supposed to love me be so cruel and disgusting and do these things? And emotionally abandon me, replace me, betray me. Of course, it's incredibly painful. And you could be angry, you could be incensed, you could be in despair, you could be in shock, you could be in fear of what's coming next. Disbelief. You might be, like a lot of us, in absolute disbelief that people are capable of looking you straight in the eyes, telling you one version, and behind your back they're doing the complete opposite. Is it any wonder you're in negative emotion? Now again, think of this battlefield as a spiritual battlefield. Because what happens is when you're triggered, you're in your amygdala. This is chemical, this is physiological. You are in cortisol, adrenaline, fight, flee, or freeze. Now in fight, flee, or freeze, I'm just going to give it to you straight, people. We are really dumb. It's really good for getting up a tree if you had a rabid dog chasing you. It's very helpful. But when you are trying to navigate your life out of a cunning, malicious narcissist and you're in your amygdala, you're cannon fodder. And when you don't understand the spiritual battlefield, what defeats a narcissist every single time? And I've seen it hundreds of thousands of times. Somebody who's connected to their source soul connection. Somebody who can let go of the trauma from within them. Yes, I'm going to cut to the chase. Can let go of their trauma within them and bring in the light, which is source, which is your higher power, your superconscious, to fill that space where you reset back to calm, solidness, inner power, and you know source has your back. This might sound woohoo, it might sound spiritual, it might sound religious, but it's the absolute truth. You're in a spiritual war. And you don't have to be religious or spiritual to do this. You just have to be open to, in my mind, being triggered into my adrenals. I'm getting slaughtered. This isn't working. I need to find another way. Now, what has been amazing in this community and for myself, thousands of others, quantum freedom healing. And I'm not going to tell you that it just helped. I'm going to tell you it was the only thing, the only thing that I ever found, and many others have, that was able to release us from the inner trauma and programs and dissolve away complicated post-traumatic stress disorder, agoraphobia, fibromyalgia, adrenal malfunctions, anxiety, depression, the inability to trust our inner being, source, life, others, all the things that were causing us, the old programs that were handing our power away to false sources. It is the only thing. EMDR, tapping, a few other things helped, but this was the only thing that actually got the work done quickly, powerfully on an inner level and gave us our lives back. And what I want you guys to do, you'll see it in the show notes, in the comments, the link will go up, but it's melanietoniaevans.com/thrive, THRIVE, and it's a 10-week healing boot camp where I show you guys how to do it. Take your life force, your power, your sanity, your soul back. Do you remember how many days it took you to feel like you're ready to get some good momentum? Renee, when I cracked Quantum Freedom Healing, the first time I did a 2-hour healing, I was out of agoraphobia for life. It's instant on any topic you're working on. And I'm not exaggerating. And you'll feel it when you start working with it. Okay? And I know that sounds glib, and I know it sounds unbelievable. And I know it sounds like it can't be possible. And I would have thought the same thing. But it is. It's not just possible, it's probable. Okay? So also too, and I'm feeling stuck in CPTSD. Okay, Cole, come in a thrive and you won't be. Janie, come in a thrive and you won't be. Okay? And Angela, you're saying I'm at the point I don't want to be with a man ever again. When you get your soul and your true self back, and we go through all of this, you absolutely will be able to be with a man again. You'll be in your power and your truth. What do we do once we heal, but we still love the narc because it's our... I'm just going to go back. Because it's our parent. You'll be able to have strict modified contact with them and honor yourself. And you can love people without handing your power away to them. Yeah. Or you may decide to do no contact and you can still love them, but you love yourself and your soul enough never to allow abuse again. And that's actually the most loving thing you can do for anybody, because allowing an abuser to continue abusing is an act of abuse in itself. Yeah. And you get all that sorted out. So that's what we work on. So when you check out Thrive, okay, I'm glad. And here's the thing, in Thrive, we do 10-week sessions. You're in an amazing Thriver group. You have amazing support. It's a healing boot camp. You don't have to think. You don't have to work it out. All you have to do is show up. And if you miss a session, then everything is recorded. You have the whole program for life. And if it doesn't work for you, in spectacular ways, if you don't break through in 10 weeks, you get every cent back. That's how much myself and the team stand behind this. You have zero risk and your whole life to gain back. Okay? Christine, I live in fear and anxiety and I'm sick of it. Exactly. Because when the trauma is still stuck in your inner being, Christine, you are trying to survive your trauma. Okay? And the best you can only ever do is try to manage it, because you're never actually ever going free from it. With quantum freedom healing and my processes, you go free from your traumas, so there's nothing left to manage. And you can just keep going forward, gaining tools, losing trauma, up leveling, getting wisdom, getting solidness, getting power, getting your boundaries right. Okay. And Christine, it doesn't matter, sweetheart, whether narcissistic abuse is all you've ever known. We have so many people in our community that narcissistic abuse is all they've ever known, and you will still break free. Okay, does anybody have any questions? All right, we just had the team put up the enrollments for you. You can have a look at it. Places are filling. It starts 3rd of April. And I would love to hold your hand and your heart and break you out of this. Okay? And I give you everything I've got. Christine, can you imagine what it would be like? And maybe you can't yet, to be free of this. Can you imagine? And Kate Cole, I've seen you in my community a lot. I think it's time, because I know quite a few of you. You've been in the community and you've been watching my stuff and reading my stuff and doing all sorts of things. And I know over the years, once people start doing the inner work with quantum freedom healing, they write in and to our support team and to me, and they say, why didn't I do this years ago? Like, it was helping, but now, like, I'm actually really healing instead of just getting information. It's the inner work. All right? And if you've had enough, here's the thing. I don't want you to have to be in my community watching my videos and reading my articles for years. I want you not to need me. I want you to be out in life, thriving, not even having to ever have a conversation about narcissists again. Because when you truly heal and you become your own guru healer, you don't need me. I don't want you to need me. And that's what the inner work is going to do for you, the right inner work. This is not years of psychology and going around and around and around and around in the same story. This is about you getting down that rapid with all your right oars and maneuvers and getting down to the lagoon at the bottom in record speed. Because you know what? You're going down the rapid anyway. You're going down all of these breakdowns. But how about we midwife them through quickly to your breakthroughs? Because when you get through to those breakthroughs, this is what's going to happen. Emotionally, you are going to feel whole and at peace and at one. Mentally, your brain will just stop the obsessing and trying to deal with your trauma and just come back to calm and the room and the space for inspiration, creativity, ideas, joy, wanting to be in life. You will have the ability to be able to ascertain, build and maintain healthy relationships and know how to categorize and say no to those who aren't. You will know how to have boundaries. You will rebuild the resources, the finances, and your health. Because once the trauma leaves your body and source steps in, everything starts to reset and repair, including finances. Everything you've lost, once source can start flowing through you, the outer universe starts showing up to match your inner universe. That's how life works. So within, so without. Okay. This is about not just about getting away from a narcissist and mere survival. Mere survival is I've still got CPTSD, fibromyalgia, agoraphobia, anxiety and depression for the rest of my life, but I got out. That's not recovery. It's not recovery. Thriver recovery is recovery. That's what I stand for. All right. So, have you guys got any questions? Whatever question you like while I'm here. While I have my lukewarm cup of tea. Building back better. Yeah, for real. All right. I'm just looking at the comments and seeing if you guys have got any questions. Because if not, I want you to go over and check out Thrive. Okay. You guys are having a little conversation about astrophysics. You know, I do. I love quantum physics, metaphysics. But what I found, you know, in my journey was understanding the body-brain connection and how to heal from deep within the being to get the shift in the mind. How can narcs exist without a soul? There's a soul in there. It's just catatonic, that's all. They just divorced from it and put a false self in its place. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for thanking me. I get triggered when my daughters speak to him. Yeah, of course, because it feels like a betrayal. But Christine, when you've moved those feelings of betrayal out and you've replaced them by source, you won't be triggered anymore. And it'll be like, okay, well, they're doing their journey and whatever they need to do. And I'm doing my journey. And then your daughters will follow you. They will see it clearly. They will get it. But when you're in resistance and you're still triggered, our kids follow where we go. And that's one of the most beautiful things about Thriver Healing. When we heal, our children follow because we are cellularly entangled through the quantum field. Do we learn how to articulate and be able to celebrate ourselves and each other's? Absolutely. That's all part of source. All the good stuff comes with source. When you start filling with source, everything starts to get better. When we get better, we do better. I think we're in a vacuum of bang black hole when we follow the golden ratio. This one. Okay, that's interesting. All right. Must be important. Oh gosh, I'm not even going to go there. My son hates me, bullied my son and me, not his girls. And, you know, this is the thing. When we're in the trauma, we keep, you know, analyzing and we keep obsessing and we keep trying to work it out. And we keep stuck in that reality of so within, if it's still bothering us and we've got traumas on it, well, so without, it keeps being in our experience over and over and over and over again. But when you get the shift and you've been able to let it go and wash it away on the inside and it's not your reality, it will dissolve. It shifts. It has to. It's quantum law. And that's why this is a spiritual battlefield. It's a spiritual battlefield. And when you sort it out at that level, think of this, where there is light, when a light's turned on, there is no darkness. It's done. And this is about turning on your source soul light to be able to be that being, and it just dissolves. The smear campaigns, the narcissist bashing you up in court, the narcissist messing with your kids, the narcissist doing all these horrible things to you. And also too, you know, 20, 30 years on, people still have the narcissist living on inside of them. They have never got free from it, even if the narcissist is completely out of their life. This is all about purging that, getting it out, getting the light in, and resetting back to true self, true life. That's the work we do, and we do it quickly and powerfully. This is not 10 years of therapy. This is not, I need to go to my therapist. once a week for the rest of my life, or for 2 years or 5 years, and I'm treading water, and I did all of that too, and it didn't work. All right, Roberta, the divorce keeps sucking me back in. I pray something tomorrow happens to move this divorce along. And we have so many people in our Thrive 10-week programs. They've had the narcissist capitulate. They've won their settlements in court. They've won custody or got their parenting agreement finally sorted. They've been able to sell a house. So much happens in these 10 weeks when you change on the inside. Loretta, so many of us have tried so many things, but when you walk, and I had to, I'd had a life career of trying to heal myself until it came to quantum freedom healing. And that's why I stand behind this so much. If you don't get spectacular miracles happen in your life, you get your money back. That's it. That's it. Because I know a lot of people have gone, oh my God, I've been working on myself for years and I've tried everything. Why would this work? Just come and try and you'll see. Okay. All right, everybody. Just let me know, is there any other vital question that's on your spirit that you need to ask? Because if not, I'm going to pop off. And I want you to send this out to, share this. Thank you, Kent. Kent, I've asked you before, are you coming in to Thrive? It's time for you, dear man. Seeing you, knocking around in here. It's time. It's time. Beth, have a beautiful day too. Roberta, you are so, so welcome. Maria, you are so welcome, sweetheart. Okay. And everybody, I just want you to take a deep breath and go, look, I need to stop thinking and obsessing about this. This isn't working. I need to try another way. This is the other way. This is the way that works. And it's going to give your head so much of a holiday trying to sort this out. Okay. All right. All right, everybody. I love you all so much. Have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening. Okay. I'm glad this has helped your heart today. I want to give you hope and I want to give you true solution, more than even hope. Okay. So again, melanietonyevans.com/thrive. Come in and let's get your real life started. Okay. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Thank you for hanging with me. Lots of love. Bye, Nobi. Bye-bye. Talk soon.